My cat, whom I fondly named Gimli after the stout-hearted dwarf, had a personality that mirrored the beloved character's spirit. With a coat as dark as the depths of Moria and eyes that sparkled like the stars above the Shire, Gimli was my steadfast companion. He possessed the bravery of a warrior, often charging at shadows or launching surprise attacks on unsuspecting dust bunnies. It was as if he believed himself to be the protector of our little home, much like the Fellowship guarding the One Ring, in a cozy little corner of the world, where the sun filtered through the leaves of ancient trees. I found myself immersed in a world that felt both fantastical and familiar. It was a world reminiscent of Middle-earth, the enchanting realm crafted by J.R.R. Tolkien in his epic saga, The Lord of the Rings. Yet, it was not just the lush landscapes or the rich lore that captivated me. It was my cat, a creature of mystery and mischief, who transformed the ordinary into the extraordinary. Each morning, as the sun rose and painted the sky in hues of orange and pink, I would settle into my favorite reading nook with a steaming cup of tea and a well-worn copy of Tolkien's masterpiece. Gimli would curl up beside me, a warm, purring ball of fur, his presence a comforting reminder that even in the most epic of tales, companionship was paramount. As I turned the pages, I often found myself imagining our own adventures, where we roamed the fields of Rohan or traversed the treacherous paths of Mordor. One particularly quiet afternoon, as raindrops tapped gently against the window, I found myself lost in thought. What if Gimli and I were to embark on a quest of our own? The idea ignited a spark of creativity within me. I envisioned a journey that would take us beyond the confines of our home, into a realm where magic and wonder intertwined with the mundane. We would start in the Shire, a place of rolling hills and blooming gardens, where the air was fragrant with the scent of fresh-baked bread. In my mind's eye, I could see Gimli dashing through the grass, his little paws kicking up clumps of earth as he chased after imaginary foes. He would stop occasionally, his ears perked up, as if listening for the distant sound of a horn, a sign that adventure was calling. As we ventured forth, I imagined a gathering of friends, fellow adventurers who would join us on our quest. There would be a wise old wizard, perhaps a feline version of Gandalf, with a long, flowing beard made of soft, white fur. He would guide us with riddles and wisdom, urging us to embrace the spirit of adventure and to believe in the power of friendship. Then there would be a noble elf, graceful and ethereal, with shimmering fur that glistened in the sunlight. This feline, reminiscent of Legolas, would leap effortlessly from branch to branch, showing us the beauty of agility and the importance of seeing the world from different perspectives. Together, we would form a fellowship of sorts, united by our love for exploration and the thrill of the unknown. Our quest would lead us to the Misty Mountains, where we would face challenges that tested our resolve. I could picture Gimli's fierce determination as he stood protectively in front of me, ready to defend against any lurking danger. Perhaps we would encounter a great dragon, its scales glimmering like jewels, guarding a treasure trove of catnip and toys. With our newfound friends by our side, we would strategize, using our unique skills to outsmart the beast and claim our prize. As we journeyed deeper into the heart of Middle-earth, I imagined us arriving in Rivendell, a place of serenity and beauty. The elves would welcome us with open arms, offering us a feast of delectable treats, tuna tartare for Gimli and scones with clotted cream for me. We would share stories of our adventures, laughter echoing through the halls as we forged bonds that transcended the boundaries of our respective worlds. But it would not be all light and laughter. There would be moments of darkness too, as we ventured into the depths of Moria. The shadows would loom large, and I could feel the weight of fear creeping in. Yet I knew that with Gimli by my side, I would find the courage to face whatever lay ahead. His unwavering loyalty and fierce spirit would remind me that even in the darkest of times, there was always a flicker of hope. As we navigated the labyrinthine tunnels, I imagined Gimli's keen senses guiding us through the darkness. His eyes would shine like beacons, illuminating our path as we encountered ancient relics and remnants of a bygone era. There would be whispers of the past, echoes of battles fought, and friendships forged. In those moments, I would realize that our journey was not just about reaching a destination. It was about the experiences we shared along the way. Eventually, Our quest would lead us to the fiery depths of Mount Doom, where the fate of our adventure would hang in the balance. Here, I envisioned a climactic showdown, a battle of wills against the forces that sought to thwart our progress. With Gimli's bravery and the support of our friends, we would confront the darkness, determined to emerge victorious. As we stood at the precipice, ready to cast away the burdens we had carried, I could feel the weight of the world lifting. In that moment, I realized that my journey with Gimli was not just a whimsical fantasy. It was a reflection of the bonds we create in our lives. The friendships we nurture, the challenges we face, and the love we share, all of these elements weave together to create a tapestry of experiences that define us. With a final flourish, I imagined us triumphantly returning to the Shire, greeted by the warm embrace of our friends and the promise of new adventures. The journey may have been fraught with peril, but it had also been filled with laughter, love, and the joy of companionship. As I closed the book and looked down at Gimli, who had dozed off beside me, I couldn't help but smile. In that moment, I knew that our little escapades, whether grand or mundane, were what truly mattered. Life, much like the tales of Middle-earth, was an adventure waiting to unfold, and I was grateful to have my loyal companion by my side. In the days that followed, I found myself weaving elements of our imagined journey into my daily life. I would create little quests for Gimli, hiding treats around the house for him to discover, transforming our home into a sprawling landscape of exploration. Each time he pounced on a hidden treasure, I felt a surge of joy, as if we were reliving our epic adventures in our own way. Evenings turned into moments of storytelling, where I would regale Gimli with tales of our journey, embellishing the details and creating new characters to join our fellowship. I would speak of the wise wizard who guided us, the noble elf who leaped through the trees, and the fierce battles we fought against the shadows that threatened to engulf us. And as I spoke, I could see the flicker of understanding in Gimli's eyes, as if he too was relishing the magic of our shared imagination. In many ways, my cat had become my own little hero, a steadfast companion who reminded me of the power of friendship and the beauty of adventure. Through him, I learned to embrace the wonder of life, to seek out the extraordinary in the mundane, and to cherish the bonds we create along the way. As I settled back into my reading nook, with Gimli curled up beside me, I realized that the essence of The Lord of the Rings was not solely in the epic battles or the grand quests. It was in the connections we forge, the love we share, and the adventures we embark upon, both in the realms of fiction and in our everyday lives. And so, I continued to dream of our adventures, with Gimli as my loyal sidekick, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Together, we would explore new horizons, create lasting memories, and celebrate the magic of companionship that makes every day an adventure worth living.